Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Good afternoon. And I'm going to read you, let's just start off. I will read you a CNN article titled Historians Howard Schultz Could Re-elect Donald Trump. This is Monday, January 28, 2019, CNN. And then we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about why that is interesting. So, former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz is thinking about running for president on an independent ticket. Even though he has been a lifelong Democrat, Schultz now insists that the party has become too radical. During an interview with 60 Minutes, he said he is considering running a campaign as a, quote, centrist independent outside of the two-party system. Although the announcement conjures instant jokes about a campaign promising a vanilla latte in every cup, this presidential run could have serious consequences for the future of the nation. By entering the race, Schultz could emerge as a savior that the struggling President Donald Trump and the GOP have been desperately waiting for. Drawing on his own personal fortune, he will have the resources to mount a serious campaign and to blast his message over the airwaves and on your cell phone. And he could easily pose a serious problem to a Democratic candidate seeking to secure every vote possible in the crucial purple states. The odds of Schultz winning the presidency are incredibly long. In our strong two-party system, third-party candidates don't really have a chance, especially now that our politics are more polarized than ever. Then they go on, CNN goes on, Nader's run cost Democrats the election. Actually, that's not true. But let's just pretend it is. Vice President Al Gore defeated Texas Governor George Bush by about 540,000 ballot votes in the popular votes, but the Electoral College outcome proved too close to call on election night. Schultz could easily play the same spoiler role in 2020. To be sure, there's a chance some Republicans peel off from the GOP to vote for Schultz in protest against their own party. Nate Silver, for instance, has argued that Schultz could end up drawing votes from both parties like Ross Perot, or something he might replicate the 1890 campaign of John Anderson, a Republican congressman who ran for president as an independent, drew votes from both parties. Okay. Trump voters are... okay, so this is my take. So, to my super chat, thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. If you did not get a notification, please share this on social media. And again, definitely the super chat gives me every incentive to continue these awesome live streams. The Starbucks CEO obviously hurts Democrats. That's why CNN is stating that he could give the election to Trump. The hilarious thing that I keep saying is this. The Democratic Party is actually in a weaker state than Trump, than the GOP, a much weaker state. Hillary Clinton outspent President Trump, Donald Trump, 2-1. She spent $1.2 billion. He spent $600 million. Every single media station, she had 100 newspapers endorse her. That's like one of my buddies kept telling me during the lead up of 2016. She has 100 newspapers, 100 news. I go, oh, yeah, she has 100 newspapers, of course. So what? What does that even mean? Who cares? She got debate questions from Donna Brazile. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. These are all public record. I deal with public record. I deal with the public record. Okay? You just look at public record information. I seriously doubt that people going into 2020, if there's a good economy, if we have more, if we have greater advancement regarding peace between North and South Korea, if Americans are actually brought home because President Trump has stated he wants to bring Americans home from quagmires that President Obama sent them to and President Bush sent them to. If we have even more manufacturing jobs, we have almost 4 million jobs created, 11.8 million in 8 years of Obama. Already in 2 years, we have 4 million jobs created. If the economy continues to grow, or if the economy is still strong, if there's still record low unemployment for Black and Latino citizens, you are going to have a very tough time with a populist message from the left. You're going to have a very tough time. Forgotten Millennials, big fan of the show, found you through Hardback. Yes, HB is awesome. Worked with him on vids together a few times. Keep it up. We're all in this together. Absolutely. Forgotten Millennials, thank you. Thank you. I'm friends with HB. He's awesome, and he's great. He's great. I definitely watch him. I watch a whole bunch of great people. He is awesome. I am a fan of what he does on a daily basis. He's awesome. Fontini D, thank you. Yes, definitely check out my Second Amendment channel. It is below, and it's awesome. I have the best grouping ever in the history of my Second Amendment channel, the history of me with firearms. It's with a 44 Magnum Ruger Super Red Hawk, and from 20 feet away, and it's great. Horace, hello. Luke St. Martin, Eric H526, hello. So definitely click that. That will be below. My RT Crosstalk segment, that's doing really well on RT. It's actually the fastest growing RT Crosstalk segment, and it actually put me on the thumbnail, which is cool. But Forgotten Millennials, thank you so very, very much. Joseph Arbuckle, every incentive to rock these live streams. Joseph Arbuckle, thank you. Forgotten Millennials, thank you. Yeah, so since YouTube is really cracking down on, like, their algorithms even kind of swallow up great content, you know, because they're going after. So I watch Tim Pool, and he has a great segment on the YouTube algorithms regarding conspiracy theories, which is hilarious because when I debunked the Q myth, well, anyway, that's a whole other story. What I'm going to do from now on, I'm literally going to just put CNN, MSNBC, or the New York Times, or the Washington Post, or the Daily Beast, or the Huffington Post, and just any media organization that the left loves. I'm going to put it on my title, and I'm going to read that's what I usually do. But the first 2 to 3 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the article and then break it down for everyone. So the assumption in this CNN article is that, oh, well, America is having such a tough time. We're not. The economy is good. The foreign policy is good. And now let's not, if I bring up the name of the country, it's going to be a big problem. Already, like, I have to do everything possible to, like, speak around certain subjects just so, just because of the algorithm. But anyway, the country in Latin America that everyone is focusing on now, we are not going to engage in a military intervention. Okay? There will not be a military intervention. There was, however, with President Obama, and we saw Hillary Clinton. We saw you know what? Okay? NATO jets. Big difference. Big difference. Now there's slave auctions in that nation, in the northern hemisphere of Africa, that was destroyed by a failed NATO intervention with jets and missiles and all of these things. And who was the person who presided over all of this? President Obama. This is a fact. You could look at CNN, The Guardian. Before 2016, the media was when Obama was in office, and even when Bush was in office, the media had the semblance of objectivity. The semblance of objectivity, because they had to be. They didn't really have this monolithic force called Trump that they had to take down. So there was a semblance. So they would actually report without immense spin. There would still be spin, but there wasn't immense spin. Now there's just immense spin and complete fabrications and complete fantasy. Anyway, it's not analogous. So I thank God I'm not on Twitter. I would have wasted so much time the past couple of days. You see, Trump is just like Bush and Obama. No, he's not. No, he's not. One of these things is not like the other. You know, apples and oranges. You put like 5 apples there. They're all Obama and Clinton and Bush controversies and catastrophes. And then there's an orange or a pear. Oh, that's Trump. Well, they're all fruit. Well, no, the one's an orange and an apple and the others are, one's an orange and a pear and the others are apples. You know where I'm going. You cannot say anything to a person like Bill Maher or just a friend. I'm sure you have a friend just like Bill Maher, like I do, just like the average Democrat. Well, what about record low Black and Latino unemployment? It started under President Obama. Okay, but it's continuing under Trump. How is that tiki torch? Well, maybe it started. Okay, what about the economy? The economy's not great for everyone. Yeah, but there's record low unemployment. So what? The stock market's bad. It's like they're so petulant. They're so petulant. And now you have Howard Schultz. No, there's not a Trump voter on the planet who's going to vote for the Starbucks CEO. The brand Starbucks. The Starbucks brand is just not a Trump thing. Horus! Horus! I see no other recourse than to wash out Mia's mouth with soap there. Well, that still wouldn't work. It's getting hot in here. But, Chad, yes. So Starbucks is not going to get a lot of conservative, because they're not going to look at Howard Schultz. They're not going to say, oh, yes. They're not going to say, oh, you know, I ordinarily would have voted Republican. Horace, how many Trump voters, how many conservatives, how many independents leaning to the right would vote for a Starbucks CEO? I don't care what he says. You're just going to hear Starbucks. You know, it's like the CNN CEO ran as an independent. And then he was like, well, you know, I'm going to say things that appeal to conservatives. Like, no, you're not. There aren't going to be conservatives or Republican voters who vote for Howard Schultz. There are going to be Democrats who vote for Howard Schultz. There are going to be very bitter, disheartened, honorable people on the left. I say honorable because it was an honorable thing to vote for Jill Stein if you were on the left. It wasn't honorable to tell people to vote in swing states for Clinton. That was dishonorable, if you ask me. That was an overt, well, whatever. But Howard Schultz is very likely going to help President Trump. Again, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? They have the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, CNN, the Daily Beast, BuzzFeed, Gizmodo, Esquire, Vanity Fair, PBS, NPR, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyer. What's wrong with that? They have every single possible advantage. And on 4, MSM have been lying their own nations into what here? Some sport term legal pay. Thank you, and on 4. Thank you. Well, yeah, I mean, those conflict is very lucrative. Conflict is very lucrative for major publications. Thank you, and on 4. Thank you, Joseph Arbuckle. Yo, HA, unfortunately, I got a variety of boxes start. That's fine. I threw it in the trash same day. Just had to, and had to explain why too. Joseph Arbuckle. Just, you know, my thing is, it's okay. And by the way, like, that's fine. I don't really like Starbucks coffee, to tell you the truth. I'm not a fan of Starbucks coffee, to tell you the truth. But thank you, and on 4, thank you. One day I would love to visit Denmark. I would love to visit Denmark. In fact, during World War II, Denmark was one of the only countries, if not the only country, to actively save Jews, the Jewish people of Denmark, to actively save them. And I actually wrote about this. I wrote a fantasy novel, and part of it is a story of that moment in history. King Christian X of Denmark. He was an amazing man. And he is actually in Yad Vashem. They have you can read about King Christian X of Denmark. He was awesome. Anyway, Denmark is awesome. I want to visit it one day. Joseph Arbuckle, thank you. So yeah, I have 2 fantasy novels out there. One's called Logic of Demons, and another one's called Breaking the Devil's Heart. Little known fact of H.A. Goodman, and then of course my books on Butthurt Top Secret Emails, Butthurt Deleted Emails, Debunking the Trump-Russia Myth. That's all below. But ladies and gentlemen, do they not have enough? Do they not have enough of a advantage over Trump? President Trump is going to win re-election. Thank you, Eric H526. Thank you. President Trump is going to win re-election. I called it in 2015. I'll be right again in 2020. But let's just look at why. If you go to 270 to win, 270 to win. The swing states, the only real swing states are Arizona, Florida, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. I don't see Democrats getting Florida. I just don't. I don't see Democrats getting Florida. I don't see them getting Arizona. And if Trump gets Florida and Arizona based on this is the Cook Political Report, Democrats have 232 safe electoral college votes. Republicans have 220 safe electoral college votes. And this is 270 to win. If you look, there's 86 toss-ups. The 86 toss-ups are comprised of Arizona, Florida, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. If you go to just 270 to win. Okay, and you can just look at this map right here. If he gets Florida and Arizona, which I think he will, Arizona, I don't think there's an issue at all. Florida, sure, it could be, you know, Democrats have a chance there, but with DeSantis and Scott, I think that you're looking more at a red state. He gets to 260. It's 270 to win. He just needs 270 electoral college votes to win. He just has to win with Wisconsin or Michigan or Pennsylvania. He needs to just win one of the 3. That's it. Yahtzee! What are you saying? What about Poland? Hundreds of thousands of people gave their lives. That's true. That's true. There were a lot of people in Poland as well. The what I stated was the Danish government. So, and in Poland also, however, will the Nazis be going? Yes, that is true. I didn't say the absolute only country. The Yahtzee, thank you. The Yahtzee, thank you. Thank you, the Yahtzee. I don't want to get too into it, of course, because whatever, YouTube, then, oh my God, it's a big problem. Okay. It's like you can hardly talk about anything. Arizona, Florida, if Arizona and Florida go Republican, which I believe they will, then it's all good. Johnny 5, Star Schmucks. The Yahtzee, thank you as always, the Yahtzee. No thanks. My prediction, those on the right are tired of being accused of racist for every policy they hold. Trump will be reelected. I believe that also. And I also believe that William Barr is going to have to flip the script. That's the thing. He's going to have to flip the script. Thank you. GMLA Gmailers, thank you. I appreciate that. Johnny 5, yes. And the thing is, you'll see, like, Clinton being, I hope and pray that Clinton runs like she said she will. She's thinking she's open to running. She's thinking about running, which means she will run. And everyone, all the wonderful people that I respect greatly, and I respect the Young Turks greatly. They are a fantastic group of very courageous and noble journalists who are awesome. They will then tell everyone to vote for Hillary Clinton again, and that's the case. And I have nothing bad to say about anyone, and I love everyone. Peace and love. 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 Don't send any more autographs. This is how Ringo Starr speaks to his fans. Imagine having so many fans that they just, like, they inundate. Like, you're like what is he, 70-something years old? How old is Ringo Starr? He's still getting, don't send me any more fan mail. You will get a peace and love knuckle sandwich. How old is Ringo Starr? Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. He's 78. Yes. Wow, he's older than Paul McCartney. Wow. They're both older than Mick Jagger, 75. Wow. How old are you? How old am I when Mick Jagger is 75 years old? And I'm in my early 40s, but, like, you think of Mick Jagger, you don't think that he's in his 70s. And how is I always thought that Mick Jagger was a bit younger than a lot younger than Paul McCartney. I don't know. I mean, I know they're the same generation, but peace and love, peace and love. So, Johnny 5, thank you. You know, so if you just look at this map, 270 to win. If you just look at this map, Trump is just fine. Now, what he should have done, and he still should do this. This is genius. He should perform a State of the Union address in Pennsylvania. He should perform in Pennsylvania. And that community there will never forget it. Will absolutely never forget it. So, I mean, I just think that he should have done that, you know. But if you look right now, let's see, Howard Schultz, they're all going to try to disparage him. NPR, ex-Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz says he wouldn't be a spoiler in race. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the day after? Rumiko! Hey, HA, love the grouping. You're getting better. Thank you, Rumiko. Thank you very much. First of all, thank you for supporting this channel and my voice always, for being so generous. Thank you. And thank you for watching my Second Amendment channel. And actually, Rumiko, I'll tell you and everyone here, this is the interesting thing. Johnny 5, just like Rafael Palmero. Johnny 5. Thank you, Rumiko. Now, before the 44 Magnum that I shot single action in that segment that you're talking about, and thank you very much, by the way, for being so kind and for your generosity. Before that, I was like, you know what? They don't have that many. They have a bunch, but they don't have that many firearms to choose from to rent. But there was a Glock 29 10mm. It's like, oh, you know what? I feel like a 10mm. Let's just see, because it's the most powerful semi-auto, but it's a very small, compact frame, and in fact, the grip is actually like small. So it's like I was all over the place. It was horrendous, and I haven't even uploaded that, and I probably won't. But then I'm like, I got to redeem myself. So then I just went back to a revolver, and I was like, you know what? I want the 44 Magnum, so I got it and rented it, and it was awesome. Better than even my last group. So thank you so much, Romiko. Thank you so much for your kind words and for watching that segment also, and for your support. HuffPost, don't hate Howard Schultz, hate the 1990s. Why? The world has moved on, but the elite center wants to relive its glory. No, the elite center is the Democratic Party. That is. Schultz hails from an aging elite enclave in which the conventional wisdom of the 1990s remains the foundation of all political truth. How are Democrats different from the how have Democrats evolved at all? I mean, they're not talking about Medicare for all. I mean, they're not implementing. So they're definitely talking. They're definitely deceiving people. They're not implementing anything. It is a world where balanced budgets, low taxes, and government spending animate the top minds among Republicans and Democrats alike. Okay. Well, you know what? The author could be right. Mainly, you have Bush Republicans who now decide foreign policy for Democrats. So that actually is the case. Hired a Republican strategist. So Howard Schultz has hired a Republican strategist and Democratic consultant, okay, to help shape his forthcoming. Also, one thing, when you run for president, this is a money-making endeavor. Your name is now, I didn't even know who, like, I might have, Adez JG, the Desert Eagle 50 caliber is not allowed in California. Okay, I can't get it. But the L6, let me see what L6 was. What caliber is that? It was a 50 caliber or 44 Magnum. Nobody really talked about Howard Schultz. If you asked, who was the former Starbucks CEO, most people wouldn't have known who he is. Okay. But now everyone knows. You run for president, it's like, this is the biggest money-making endeavor. If you're a billionaire, you will remain a billionaire. You'll remain a billionaire. You will have even more opportunities. Your influence politically will exponentially increase. You will be a player big time player, or at least a lot more so than ever in American politics. So it just bolsters. He's already a powerful man. He's already an influential guy. He's already a billionaire. So that will all increase exponentially. And then President Trump 10 hours ago, Howard Schultz doesn't have the guts to run for president. Watched him on 60 Minutes last night, and I agree with him that he is not, quote, the smartest person in the room. Oh, besides, America already has that. Nice. I only hope that Starbucks is still paying me their rent in Trump Tower. I love it. I only hope that Starbucks. How can you not like Trump? How can you not like him? How can you? Don't get me started on Clinton. How can you not like President Trump? I only hope that Starbucks is still paying me their rent. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Rumiko, thank you. Johnny 5. Obamacare was a Machiavellian scheme designed to fail to convince people we need single payer. Healthcare, Dems know all they have to do is wait it out. Oh, okay, 3 calibers. Oh, nice. Wow. Very cool. Johnny 5, I think that ultimately they were never really serious about Medicare for all, because it's just not economically viable for 320 million people. One study says, the Mercatus study says, double to triple tax collection. You wouldn't be able to do that without doubling or tripling taxes. So for corporate and personal income tax, and I know we're in agreement on this, Johnny 5, and you're not assured of the same coverage. So when people say, well, you won't have to pay $1,000 a month or $500 a month, and you'd pay a little bit more in taxes. Well, it's not necessarily just a little bit more, depending on what you make. And not everyone pays the same premiums every month. And you're not assured of the same health care that you receive from private insurers. You're not assured of the same health care. Well, but Medicare works great. Well, okay, that's for 44 million people. Different story, not 320 million. Do Bill Clinton's, can't do that. Oh, but see, Ivanka? Hi there, Ivanka. I just want to tell you, I really like your dad. Don't get it twisted. I think he's a wonderful person. Truth be told, I can't even stand you know who either. HRC. Don't tell anyone. Ivanka, you look absolutely stunning. You look amazing, Ivanka. If you want to marry me, let me know. Horace! If you've ever doubted the Dems want the very best for the country, just take a gander at what they've done for. Oh, I know. I'm not joking, Horace. The other day, I'm driving in LA and I see a guy on the street urinating in plain view, right near a supermarket. That you see that just in Los Angeles. It's just you're in plain view, like not like in a corner someplace. No, like I saw it was just on a busy, crowded street. Johnny 5. If people don't have to personally pay for it, they'll go paper cut. The system will be abused. Yep, to an extent, I agree with you. Yeah, Johnny 5. The out of pocket alone. The out of pocket for Medicare right now is $5,000. So that's for 44 million people. So The other 1.2% is paid out of pocket for costs of things like prescriptions and dental care. So you're going to pay for prescriptions, you'll pay for dental care in the UK. So you pay for prescriptions. Not everything's taken care of. Horace, San Francisco now has an app for. Thanks for caring, Devin. I know. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It really is. So it really is. So yeah, I mean, it's just people are so brainwashed. The media has hit a climax. Um, it's really hit crescendo in terms of the propaganda spin. I did not hear of the petition. No. I'll reach out to Sticks. We'll rock a live. We'll rock an interview soon. Yeah, I mean, it's you look at Howard Schultz is running, and it's really, really interesting because this is really going to hurt Democrats. It's really going to hurt Democrats, and it's very difficult. Also, like, what are you going to, aside from Trump's personality, what are you going to vote against? Like, why are people voting against Trump? Well, they hate his personality. They think he worked with Russia, and they think that he's an enabler supremacist. But if Hillary Clinton is the nominee, then then all the moral grandstanding that goes out the window. The economy's good, so like, what are they going to look? I was wrong about the House only for one reason. I didn't realize that people were gullible. People want to be deceived. And I didn't realize that Democrats would be able to deceive and dupe voters into oh yeah, Medicare for all is around the corner. We're going to implement that legislation and abolish it. They promised 10 different things based on morally superior vantage points, and they all lied. So there you go. And then, of course, Slate, first hit piece. Howard Schultz's appearance on Gwyneth Paltrow's podcast should tank his presidential campaign. Oh my God. Oh my God. So it doesn't really say why it should tank his. And then Howard Schultz tweets that the question I think we all should be asking ourselves is, at this time in America, when there's so much evidence that our political system is broken, that both parties at the extremes are not representing the silent majority of Americans, isn't there a better way? Gosh, I just don't think that's going to resonate with conservatives. It could resonate with liberals who don't like the Democratic Party. There are going to be a whole bunch of H.A. Goodman people on the left who are just going to vote for Howard Schultz as a protest vote, as a principled protest vote. And that's it. What is Mueller probe is almost done. Nice. Acting Whitaker says the Mueller probe is almost done. Mueller's investigation, I think, close to being complete, and I hope we can get the report direct. Nice. Mueller probe this is what AG Matthew Whitaker stated. So very good. Let's get that out. You talk about nonsense. Special Counsel Mueller, it's close to being completed. Acting, yes. Yes. Mueller probe is close to being completed. That's what I'm talking about. Bye-bye, Democrats. Bye-bye, Democratic propaganda. Bye. That's it. That's it. There you go. Mueller investigation near completion. Acting Attorney General Whitaker says, there you go. Why is Ted Lieu, Congressman, why is AG Whitaker commenting on an ongoing investigation? Because it's not an ongoing investigation. It is a political, it's a politically motivated extension of the Democratic Party. What if Mueller finds additional leads? No, he's not going to find additional leads. Because nothing happened. Everyone knows nothing happened. Everyone knows it is so, all of this is so absurd. And Whitaker eventually, and William Barr is going to have a Strzok and Page probe. And then we will get back right up to 1,000 live streams, 1,000 personal. Well, I didn't get notifications, but for this one. But we will be back, ladies and gentlemen. The channel is doing great. I'm growing. But the sweet spot, what we want in terms of exposing the absolute corruption within the Democratic Party, that's going to take place very soon. You don't have to trust Barr. You don't have to trust anything. Don't trust anything. Anyone. The writing's on the wall. Robert Mueller investigation is close to being completed. Yes. Yes. Horus. Love the energy of your live streams, HA. Always a blessing to be with you, among you. Hashtag honored. Horus, I am honored that you are on my live stream. I am honored that Rumiko is on my live stream. I am honored that everyone here is on my live stream. That Johnny 5 is on my live stream. That Eric H526. That Luke St. Martin. Everyone. Thank you all for being. I have an amazing group of people all the time on this live stream. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. You know, and that's every single. Let's just see how this works, because we just have to make sure that. So I'm just going to put reports, CNN reports. Let's just see how this works. It's going to be fantastic. The best part of it all is going to be there's going to be no way when all the Clinton stuff goes down and everyone's reporting on it, there's only going to be a couple sources on YouTube to really give the public record. That's right. That's right. Mitchell Smith, thank you. You know, there's only one source on YouTube I trust, and that's H.A. Goodman. There's only one person who gives the public record information regarding my wife. Thank you, Rumiko. Thank you. There's only one person on YouTube, aside from Tom Fitton, who's a pain in my behind, who gives public record evidence. Well, of course, there's HB and Sticks and others. But one person who devotes most of his time to the Clinton email debacle, and that's H.A. Goodman. Freedom Autopsy Report, thank you. It's going to be a fun time, ladies and gentlemen. The Mueller report. The Mueller report. The Mueller report is CNBC, NBC News. Nice. Mueller investigation near completion. Acting attorney. Well, what else is he gonna do? Go after the Q people? Like, what else can they do? You see, like, praying medic and Jordan Sather getting indicted by with Corsi and Stone. Like, what are they gonna do? There's nothing more. Like, once you go after YouTubers, Mueller, there's nothing. You really can't do anything more. What more can you do? I'm just praying to God that William Barr does something. I need to be free. I'm in my own prison. You know what I'm talking about. Heck, I'll give you the deleted emails. Just set me free. I'm tired of living a double life. CBS News, breaking: Robert Mueller's investigation is close to being completed. Yes. Love it. I love it. Acting attorney close to being completed. Oh my God. Could you imagine when Mueller's like, okay, no more. Jeff Tube, big love from Oakland. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff Tube. Thank you. Can you imagine when there's just like no more Mueller probe? Oh my God, it's gonna be so great. Then the House, is gonna be like gonna try to like, put fear into Trump. It's like, once you've dealt with Mueller forever, you're not gonna be afraid of the House, which should be focusing on Medicare for all. I think that's I don't know. Maybe the world's gonna end in 12 years, so maybe that, I don't know. Oh, this is so great. This is so great. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very much. God bless. I am going to have an upload regarding the Mueller probe ending. Special counsel Robert Mueller is close to being completed. Nice. What happened? Why is Trump? Could you imagine 2 more years of Trump? President Trump will have 8 years total, but 2 more years without nonsense of people getting indicted, and actually Clinton eventually getting indicted for the crimes that she committed. She transferred. This is James Comey stated. James Comey stated that she transferred special access program intelligence and that there was evidence that statutes were broken. There you go. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke St. Martin, thank you. Eric H526, thank you. Rumiko, thank you. Everyone, thank you so very, very much. God bless. I will see you very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Check the upload after this. Thank you.